Is your cat protecting you? 5 signs your pet thinks you're their kitten. Have you ever wondered why your feline companion follows you with such intense focus? Or why they seem so insistent on supervising your most private moments? To the casual observer, a cat is a solitary creature, an independent spirit that demands service while offering little more than a graceful presence in return. However, if you look closer through the lens of feline behavioral psychology, you will discover a much more complex dynamic at play within your household. While we often view ourselves as the primary pet parents or providers, your cat might actually have a very different perspective on the hierarchy of your relationship. In many cases, your cat does not see you as a superior being or even a peer, but rather as a giant, strangely hairless, and remarkably clumsy kitten that is dangerously incapable of surviving in the wild. This perceived vulnerability triggers a deep-seated biological drive within them to nurture, monitor, and protect you from the invisible threats they believe are lurking around every corner of your living room. Today, we will explore the fascinating science of interspecies parenting and reveal the 5 specific signs that prove your cat has taken on the role of your self-appointed guardian and surrogate mother. To understand why a cat would treat a human like a helpless infant, we must first examine the evolutionary roots of their social structure and the biological imperatives of the Felis catus species. In the wild, feline social groups, particularly among females, are built around the collective care and protection of the vulnerable young. When a kitten is born, it is entirely dependent on the mother for warmth, food, and security, and this early imprinting creates a permanent psychological blueprint for what care looks like. Interestingly, because cats were never fully domesticated in the same way dogs were, meaning they retained almost all of their wild instincts, they often project these maternal behaviors onto the humans they bond with most closely. Since you do not hunt for your own mice, you lack the agility to navigate high rafters, and you spend your time staring at glowing screens instead of scanning for predators, your cat concludes that you are developmentally delayed. This is not an insult to your intelligence. Rather, it is a testament to their deep affection. They have categorized you as a member of their colony who lacks the necessary survival skills, compelling them to step in as the primary protector of the household unit. The first definitive sign that your cat thinks you are their kitten is the frequent presentation of gifts, which usually take the form of half-dead mice, birds, or even favorite plush toys. While many owners find this behavior repulsive or confusing, it is actually a highly sophisticated educational tool known as prey bringing. In a natural setting, a mother cat begins the weaning process by bringing disabled prey to her kittens so they can practice the killing bite in a controlled environment. When your cat drops a soggy toy or a lizard at your feet and meows loudly, they are not bringing you a trophy, they are conducting a training session because they have noticed you are a terrible hunter. They are genuinely concerned that you will starve to death without their guidance, so they provide you with easy targets to help you develop your instincts. If you react with disgust or scream, you are essentially failing your hunting lesson in their eyes, which often leads them to try even harder the next time. They are assuming the heavy burden of providing for a kitten that seemingly cannot catch its own dinner, showcasing a profound level of empathy and responsibility for your well-being. The second sign involves the phenomenon of bathroom guarding, a behavior that leaves many owners feeling perplexed and exposed. Have you noticed that as soon as you close the bathroom door, your cat begins to paw at the wood or wail as if in distress? Or perhaps they insist on sitting directly between your feet while you are on the toilet, facing the door with ears alert. This is not a simple invasion of privacy, it is a high-stakes security detail. In the wild, an animal is at its most vulnerable to predators when it is eliminating or preoccupied with hygiene. By positioning themselves as a sentry while you are in the bathroom, your cat is effectively covering your back. They believe that because you are a defenseless kitten, in their eyes, you are incapable of detecting an ambush while your guard is down. Their presence in the bathroom is a selfless act of protection, ensuring that no imaginary predators can interrupt your routine. They are willing to stand in harm's way to make sure their giant, clumsy ward completes their business safely, demonstrating a level of tactical awareness that is foundational to the feline-human bond. The third sign is social grooming or allogrooming, which occurs when your cat licks your hair, hands, or face with that distinctive sandpaper tongue. While we often interpret this as a sign of affection, which it certainly is, it also carries a heavy maternal connotation in the world of cat psychology. Mother cats spend a significant portion of their day grooming their kittens, not just for cleanliness, but to reinforce a group scent that identifies the kitten as part of the family and to stimulate the kitten's circulation and digestive health. When your cat grooms you, they are performing a ritualistic caretaking task. They are essentially telling you, "You are messy and you smell like the outside world, so let me fix you." By applying their scent to your skin, they are marking you as a protected member of their inner circle. It is a way of claiming ownership and providing comfort, much like a parent smoothing down a child's hair before school. If your cat gets particularly aggressive with their grooming or nips you gently during the process, they are simply being a strict parent who is frustrated that you aren't staying still for your bath. A fourth, and perhaps the most touching sign, is the sentinel sleep pattern, where your cat insists on sleeping at the foot of your bed or even directly on your chest, always facing the entrance of the room. Kittens naturally huddle together for warmth, but the mother cat often positions herself slightly away or in a strategic spot to monitor the environment. If your cat sleeps with their back to you while facing the door, they are acting as an early warning system. They are prioritizing your safety over their own comfort, choosing a vantage point that allows them to hear and see any movement in the hallway. This behavior indicates that they view you as a high-value asset that needs 24/7 monitoring. They understand that when you sleep, you are completely unaware of your surroundings, and as your parent, they take the night shift to ensure nothing disturbs your rest. This deep level of commitment shows that they don't just see you as a food provider, but as a family member whose survival is directly tied to their own. It is a silent, nightly vow of protection that often goes unnoticed by owners. The fifth sign is vocal directing, which is characterized by a specific, high-pitched chirping or trilling sound that cats use almost exclusively with their kittens or their favorite humans. Studies have shown that adult cats rarely talk to each other using meows. That vocabulary is reserved for the mother-kitten relationship. If your cat leads you toward the kitchen or their toy basket while making these soft, repetitive sounds, they are mothering you through verbal commands. They are trying to direct your movements and manage your schedule, much like a parent ushering a toddler toward a nap or a meal. This behavior is a clear indicator that they feel responsible for your daily routine. They are guiding you through the day because they believe that without their constant vocal reminders, you would likely wander off or forget to take care of yourself. This proactive management of your life is the ultimate sign of a cat who has fully embraced the role of your guardian. They aren't just living with you, they are actively raising you, ensuring that every aspect of your kitten life is organized and secure. As a responsible owner, understanding this psychological flip in the power dynamic can profoundly improve your relationship with your cat. Instead of feeling annoyed by their constant hovering or gifts, try to acknowledge their efforts with a soft "thank you" or a gentle head scratch. When you validate their protective instincts, you reduce their underlying anxiety about your survival, which can lead to a more relaxed and confident pet. It is important to remember that their judgmental stares or insistent meows aren't signs of a bossy animal, but the expressions of a deeply devoted soul who truly believes you are the most precious, albeit helpless, kitten they have ever raised. By accepting their protection, you are allowing them to fulfill their biological purpose, which strengthens the emotional bridge between your two species. Your home is not just a house. It is a sanctuary where a small, furry predator has decided that you are worth defending at all costs. Embrace the role of the human kitten, and you will find that the love of a cat is one of the most sophisticated and protective forces in the animal kingdom. Thank you for your dedication to understanding the secret lives of your feline friends.